So, let's go run some errands, and welcome to another video. So yeah, welcome to another video. So go run some errands in the city, the big city. So yeah, as you can see, it's a wonderful day. Sun is shining. It's actually Friday today. I don't know when you are watching this, but for me it's Friday today, which means, you know, weekend. So I hope you are having a fantastic day, no matter what day it is, and that the sun is shining. So as last video was a little bit all over the place due to I did not know if audio quality was, you know, usable. I figured I tell you a little bit about who I am and what am I doing. I live in Sweden, if you haven't guessed. I live in the very south of Sweden, which means it's a little bit more windy than a lot of other places. So it's either a little bit windy or a lot windy. That's just, you know, how it is here. No ways around it. And I can feel, you can always have a little bit of wind, you know, pressing against you. And when you're riding a motorcycle, you are basically sitting like a sail, which means that sometimes it can be quite hard to not to ride, but you know, you really have to hold on to the bike to not be pushed off against the wind, which can be a little bit annoying. I ride currently a 2010 Harley Davidson Fat Boy Low, as shown on the picture on the screen. I used to ride a 2006 Sportster 1200, as shown on the picture here. So as you can see, they are quite different from each other, but still Harley Davidson, which has been my favorite motorcycle since, well, since forever almost. I actually didn't get my license until last summer, so quite late. But I always enjoyed motorcycles. I tried to take my license like, I don't know, 15 years ago or so. Obviously I failed miserably, and after that it's just, the opportunity has just not, you know, presented itself until last year, and I told myself that, god damn it, I will do it, and I did. And it's the one thing I do not regret for a second. It's absolutely fantastic. And actually, the day after I got my license, I went out and bought the Sportster, like any normal person would do. And yeah, so it's cool. By then I actually did not live in Sweden. I lived in Estonia. You can look that up on a map. So when I moved back to Sweden, I actually took the bike home. I drove from Stockholm to where I live now, which is about 600 kilometers. And basically that was my, well, by then I only had the license and the bike for, I don't know, like 2 weeks or something. So yeah, that was interesting, but it went well. I was very fortunate with the weather, except when I got close to, you know, where I was supposed to be, it started to rain, and I did not have any rain gear at the time. Well, I still don't, but I do have some gear that it's a little bit more forgiving when it comes to wetness. So that was fun. My jeans were all soaked. So now, and then this one I got in, I don't know, like October, September, well, end of September, I think. Which means for a lot of people it's end of riding season. But being well, I'm really stubborn. So yeah, I try to ride it as much as I can. And I mean, if it's a beautiful day like this, I'm super happy. I mean, the sun is out, the sky is sort of blue, and it's absolutely perfect. So yeah, the city I live in, I mentioned it briefly in my last video, is that it's a city which contains a lot of speed bumps. So especially in like the center of city, they are everywhere, and we do not only have speed bumps like, you know, the ones that I just drove over now. We also have the sort that if you're coming, I don't know how much, but just a little bit too fast, there is like a metal bar that is like lowered in the ground. So if you hit that, oh yeah, not a speed bump. So if you hit that with a car, you can feel it like heavily. I haven't tried hitting it with a motorcycle because I reckon I would not fall off, but it will be highly uncomfortable, I think. So I'll try to avoid that. So whenever I'm driving over those, I really make sure that my speed is low enough for me not to crush the bike and potentially me, because that would suck a little bit. I'm currently rocking a Atlas Ruroc, which is shown on the picture right now. So I have the they call it what was this? Yeah, I'll put the text what it's called on the screen. But they are actually, I don't know if you guys follow Ruroc, if you ever heard of them. Basically, it's a company, a British company that makes snowboard helmets. And then one day they figured, hey, let's do motorcycle helmets as well. And damn, they did a fine job. So yeah, they put these out, the Atlas model, for motorcycles as well. And now on the 27th of February, they are coming out with their Atlas 2.0 with a bunch of new features. I think they made like I don't know, 15 or something changes, and basically all the changes came from the motorcycle community that gave them feedback. So kudos to them for actually listening into their consumers. And the main part for me would be that right now it requires a tool to get the visor off, which is kind of sucky, but they fixed that. So that's something I'm really excited about to try. So I will let you guys know whenever I have the new one. But yeah, time to do some errands, and I will get back to you shortly. So errands are complete. So yeah, that's on to the next thing. I'm not sure if I'm going home or if I will try to do some more. Hey birdie. These are the drop ones. yeah, also one thing about the new helmet I was mentioning, they have included a pin lock system. If you don't know what that is, basically it's an anti-fog thingy. Because right now everything is just fogging up and you can't see squat sometimes. So that definitely helps with visibility. Even though the helmet itself has very high visibility, when it fogs up it doesn't help very much how good visibility it is. So that is definitely something I am looking forward to. Do I need gas? No, I'm good. Speed bumps. I've tried to, you know, promote my channel a bit, so don't forget to like, comment, you know, do those things, share, subscribe, and do tell your friends. I cannot guarantee that everything on this channel will be motorcycle related, and but I would think for the most part at least. And there will most likely, at least not now, be any wrenching, because I don't know how to do that. I would love to learn, but for now I don't think I can maybe change, you know, the oil. But other than that, nah, not so much. Unfortunately, I would really love to. But maybe later. I need to figure that. I know YouTube is a fantastic resource for everything, basically. But it also requires a little bit of space. My bike is parked inside a, let's say, quite small storage area, so there's basically no room to do any sort of mechanic work. That is also one limitation I have. And you know, giving the bike to a repair shop, damn it, I'm pretty sure you can guess it can get quite expensive if you have someone to do this. I was actually looking into changing out the handlebars, and the handlebar themselves were, well, to put it in a more common currency, let's say about 350-400 euros, which is, you know, fine. But to actually do the work with everything, I think it all, you know, came down to like 1,500 euros, which is ridiculous. So that is one thing I would love to do myself, but you know, if you get it wrong, if you don't get the cables right and everything, you're kind of screwed. And I don't want to be that. It's that would really suck. So that was one thing that they said why it was cost so much, because I have to check all the wires. If they're not long enough, they have to, you know, extend them and get new wires. If they're short, or if they're, yeah, they might have to cut them if they're too long. So yeah, I don't know. Should I go down here? Yeah, let's go down here. I have to go to pick up some groceries. And also they said that the wind noise has been quite drastically reduced in the new helmet. So I think that will be to my benefit. And right now I can't see squat, so let's put up the visor. Oh shit, I should have done this. I'll be stuck in traffic for... damn it. Alright, well, not now, but you know, on the way back. How come so much at this hour? I mean, I left work really early today. because I had a long business trip week. So basically I did my 40 hours yesterday. One thing that I'm really bit bummed about is that one of my videos I actually test drove the new Harley-Davidson Lowrider S, but yeah, as you could imagine, the audio sucked. I don't remember if there was any audio or just really crappy one. But anyway, that was a really cool bike to drive. I'm really looking forward to maybe do some more test drives to, you know, let me know. I really want to test out the new Harley Fat Boy to compare it to what I have. I mean, of course there will be a, you know, bigger engine and everything, but for me it's a little bit about comfort. You know, if the seat is comfy, and if, you know, those sort of things, the bars, the handlebars, not the bars, but the handlebars, how they sit, and, you know, all those sort of things. So yeah, let's see about that. Okay, so let's park here. Should be fine. So grocery time. So that concludes that business. Let's see if I get stuck in a huge car traffic jam. It doesn't look too good on the way here. I really don't hope I do, but my guess is I will. Just one of those things that you just have to deal with in life, I guess, when being in traffic. Speaking of which, one thing I have definitely learned riding a bike is that become a lot more aware of my surroundings in traffic. Actually, even when I'm driving a car, I am way more aware now than I was before. And if any car drivers out there, when you use your, you know, washer fluid, try to, you know, just quick glance behind you. Do I have a bike, a motorcycle, or anything that is not enclosed in a, you know, steel box? Because having that stuff sprayed in your face, not a good feeling, and it definitely does not taste good. That's one thing that I have really starting to pay attention to. What do I have behind me? And also, if you're riding a bike, one thing that really annoys you is that if someone really runs up your back, that's super annoying. I know everybody thinks it's annoying with a car. Double that with about, you know, 1,000. That's how annoying it is when you're on a motorcycle. Quick tip for you. What the hell, man? It's Friday afternoon. It's like 2:30. I mean, what? Are people not working, or what's the deal? Like I said, I left work quite early today, but I wasn't expecting everybody else to do it. But I think actually this will be almost the end. Well, this is the end of the video, because checking the forecast, it doesn't look very good for motorcycle driving. So I think I'm just gonna end it here, and thank you so much for watching. And like I said, don't forget to share, comment, like, subscribe, tell your friends, you know, family, and everybody else to check my channel out, because I promise you there will be a lot more coming. So stick around, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.